There's a quiet village in Okinawa, Japan, where people live far beyond 100 years, not just existing, but truly living. They move with ease, smile often, and find joy in the simplest moments, hanging laundry in the sun, tending to gardens, laughing over small cups of tea. They don't chase success or hustle for happiness. They live by something deeper. They call it Ikigai, a word that doesn't translate directly, but whispering of something sacred. It means your reason for being, not a giant mission, not some dramatic passion, but the quiet purpose that stirs your soul, the feeling that life, this very breath, matters. Ikigai isn't found on a grand stage. It's in the tiny things. Making miso soup for your family, writing one honest sentence in your journal, calling someone you love just to hear their voice. This video will walk you through 5 chapters inspired by Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. A book written not just from research, but from real life. The words come from the long-living people of Okinawa and from a philosophy that says, you don't need more. You need meaning. Let's begin this journey, slowly with breath and heart. In the center of your life is something only you can give. Something quiet and steady. Maybe you've glimpsed it when you're creating, helping, teaching, building, whatever brings a sense of being exactly where you're meant to be. Ikigai lives where your passions meet your talents, where what you love connects with what the world needs, and where your daily actions feel aligned with your values. But it doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's a whisper you ignore for years. In Okinawa, people discover their Ikigai not by searching endlessly, but by living slowly. They pay attention to what makes them feel useful and alive. A retired fisherman still mends nets because it brings peace. A woman in her 90s still teaches children how to dance because movement brings her joy. Their lives don't stop when their careers do because Ikigai isn't a job title. It's a heartbeat. So if you're unsure where your purpose lies, begin small. Notice the things that make time disappear, the tasks that bring energy instead of draining it, the people who make you feel like more of yourself when you're around them. You don't have to define your purpose in one sentence. You just have to follow what feels honest, one gentle step at a time. Have you ever been so absorbed in something that time melted away? That feeling, where effort feels effortless and your mind goes quiet, is called flow. And for those who live long, fulfilling lives, it's not rare, it's part of their day. In Okinawa, a craftsman working with wood, a woman arranging flowers, a cook preparing a meal for her family, all of them enter this space of flow with ease. Not because they're chasing deadlines, but because they're present with what's in front of them. Flow isn't about perfection. It's about total engagement. It's the joy of doing something not for reward, but because it aligns with who you are. You don't need a creative career or a special talent to find it. It could be in how you clean your room, organize your bookshelf, or even make a cup of coffee. The point is to be there fully, eyes open, heart calm, mind focused. Every time you lose yourself in a task that matters to you, even something small, you reconnect with something timeless, That is where Ikigai quietly blooms. In Okinawa, people don't talk about retirement the way the rest of the world does. There's no, "I'm done now." There's only, "What can I still contribute?" A 92-year-old might still rise with the sun to work in the garden. Another might spend her afternoons teaching calligraphy to children. They stay in motion, not rushed, not forced, but gently, purposefully alive. It's not just physical activity that keeps them well, it's connection. They belong to small community groups called moai, circles of friends who check in on each other, share meals, laugh often, and cry when they need to. And just as important as movement and connection is curiosity. Many of them read every day. They try new things. They listen to others' stories. They never stop learning. Maybe the lesson here is that when we stop believing we're useful, we start to fade. But when we keep offering what we can, no matter how small, life keeps giving back. Even something as simple as sending a kind message, learning to cook a new dish, or reaching out to someone you've been meaning to call, those are seeds of Ikigai. Water them. In Okinawa, meals are not rushed. They're not overloaded. They're not mindless. There's a practice called hara hachibu, which means eat until you are 80% full. Not stuffed, not starving, just enough. They fill their plates with colors from nature, greens, purples, oranges, fruits and vegetables, tofu, sweet potatoes, small portions of fish, rarely processed food, almost no sugar. But what matters most isn't the diet, it's the rhythm. They sit down to eat with presence. Meals are shared, bowls are simple. There's gratitude, not guilt. You don't need to change everything overnight, but slowing down, being mindful, and eating with care, those are acts of love toward your body. Next time you prepare a meal, even something basic, take a breath, put your phone away, taste each bite. It's not about discipline. It's about treating yourself as someone worth nourishing, because how you eat is often how you live. Aging in much of the world is feared, but in Okinawa it's respected. Elders are sought out for their wisdom, their calm, their laughter. And maybe what they understand better than we do is this: there's no need to rush. Their days have rhythm: morning walks, tea with neighbors, a short nap, time with family, small chores done with care. They live slowly, not because they have no energy, but because they've learned what matters. They've let go of the constant urge to compete or compare. They don't obsess over being young. They honor each stage of life. And what this teaches us is powerful. You don't need to move fast to be meaningful. You don't need to do everything to be fulfilled. Maybe today is enough. Maybe this version of you, quiet, curious, a little tired but still reaching, is already worthy. Start a ritual that gives your day shape. Light a candle in the morning. Journal a sentence each night, not because you have to, but because it slows you down enough to feel your own life again. Ikigai is not something you chase. It's something you remember. You don't need to find your purpose in a perfect career or a dramatic transformation. Maybe it's already here, in your voice, in your hands, in your morning habits. Maybe your Ikigai is how you show up for the people you love. Maybe it's the story you're not done telling. Maybe it's just your willingness to begin again, every day. Let go of the pressure to define it. Instead, live it in the small, honest ways that feel real to you. And when you feel lost, come back to this. The people of Okinawa didn't find their Ikigai through searching. They found it through living, slowly, simply, and with heart. Comment below. What's one small thing that makes you feel alive? Like if this brought you peace. Subscribe for more calming book journeys. Share with someone who's searching for meaning. Because maybe, just maybe, they already have it. They just need to see it.